Now, I want to ask you a very weird question. Okay, there was this talk about mouth oozing, like you have to kiss someone in a row and the person's mouth does not smell good at all. How do you handle it? Have you ever been on set and had to kiss a mouth that wasn't so pleasant, like that really oozed? And how did you manage it?
Oh my word! You just put me on the spot right there. Thank you. No, thank you. Anyways, stuff like that happen. There's no way you won't experience having a particular actor or an actress on set having some unpleasant odor and stuff, and you having to deal with it. Well, for me professionally, what I do is once I notice such, I try to walk up to the actor or actress, as the case may be, uh, try and give them a little bit of advice and see if they can take it, if they really want the chemistry and everything to go right with that particular act. But on most cases, I walk up to the director. Yeah, I walk up to the director. Yeah,
Oh,
because
so you can actually walk up
yeah,
to the actor or the actress if you're kissing the person and say, "Oh, your mouth
no,
oozes."
no, now it's
Really?
not like that, Joe. You have to be very, very diplomatic about it. Eh? If it's you, come person walk up to you like that, how will you feel? There's always a way of doing things like this now. you know? So eventually, I'm sure for any person who really, really is matured enough to take corrections or observations, they'd understand and man up, woman up, and do what needs to be done so that the production would, go smoothly and all that. So there have been a few cases like that, and yeah, it was dealt with all sense of maturity, and yeah, there has been, but there was one that happened. I can never forget that experience. We were supposed to kiss. We were
Tell us
supposed to
about
kiss.
it.
Yeah. So right from the word action, we're already having a dialogue, and from the dialogue, I could tell that I don't know if she takes garlic or something. You know. So I was battling so hard to hold my breath at the same time communicate. You just can't. There are no two ways about it. Once you're uncomfortable, it will show. The camera picks virtually everything. So after the first cut, after the first, you know, director's cut, we had to quickly address it straight up. Somebody gave her what we call all those minty bubble gums and all that, so she could chew. The director actually threw one at her, and she took it. Yeah, it really worked because yeah, it worked to some extent. So we had to continue shoot. But I can never forget that experience because this same person in question is a very very known popular face, but nobody's going to mention names. You get. Mm.
Okay. Okay. I know you can't tell us anybody's name, but can you give us a
No,
clue?
mba,
Describe the
mba,
person
mba.
a
No,
little.
no. Nah.
Okay. That's fine if you want to tell us. But let's look at the other side. Has there ever been any time when you encountered someone that you're supposed to play a romantic role with and you have a serious crush on this person? You've been dying to hold them, you've been dying to kiss them, and finally, in front of you, you had a monologue that you're going to be acting with this person. Has it ever happened to you before?
Yeah, I have. I have. And I can tell you this for free. Those are moments to cherish. you know, if a director, if a director wants pure chemistry. As a matter of fact, the director doesn't know what he has done for himself and the production by pairing me and whoever it is off. I might not have told the director that I'm crushing on this baby, but from the action, from the word action, you shall know. You shall know that If I say this guy they plan this babe, I seize the moment. I seize opportunities like that, and make the best use of it while we're also in character. Acting is make believe. You have to do it. You have to act like you're not acting. So once I find myself in positions like that, it's always an unforgettable, wonderful, moment to cherish.
Okay, I see. This one is a good one. You can tell us who it is on this one. At least it's a good one. Tell us one of such scenario that you couldn't wait to kiss and actively caress the person. Tell us, Jerry, waiting happen. You today secretive. Tell us that moment when you just felt like it was real. Tell us the person. This one is a good one. It's not mouth smelling this
Hold
time.
on.
Tell us.
So so once
Waiting,
I'm
like
done, once I'm done telling you people now, you go next thing now we'll hear on Insta blog Naija or this whole newspaper. That so actor kissed finally landed a kissing role on a job and did justice to that. Before you know it now, my name and the fellow actress name is out there in the public domain. I beg you.
it's good to make the news now. It's not good to make the news once in a while. Eh?
Okay.
So you're not going to tell us. You're being stingy with every information this night. Okay, let's move on to
All
other
right.
things. As you know, the coronavirus is still much around, and I know that I heard some people discussing in a place I went for a meeting yesterday, and they did say, man, now be the best time to shoot movies. Everywhere they clear, which means that some people are already on set shooting at this
Absolutely.
time. You
Absolutely.
understand? And we know that in such times, of course, there will be parts where people need to touch, they would need to kiss. Sorry, this evening is sounding kiss, kiss, kiss. I don't know what's up with me and kiss this evening. But I mean, it's just a question, anyways. So what I mean is, in such moments, do you think it'll be wrong for the actor to request that at least people who are on set do a coronavirus screening before they can be merged in roles that will involve body rubbing? Do you think it will be
You're
appropriate for that?
absolutely on point. I mean, every good filmmaker would put that into consideration. But the problem we have in this industry, budgeting. We work with a very slim budget, and when you tell an Igbo man or a Yoruba producer, or the first question they'll ask you is, where is the money going to come from? You will be the one to provide the test kits. You'll be the one to provide accommodations for the self isolation and all that. So basically, it's a really tough order. So it is the right thing to do, having to conduct all these screenings and tests to ensure that there won't be any such case. But the industry will find ourselves to work so much on a lean budget. So the only thing the directors or the producers could do is ask the actors to subject themselves to tests, yeah, or to self isolate 14 days ahead of time. All right. So when they're done and they don't notice anything, they can as well go ahead and come on board. Yeah. So a lot of film makers abroad, a lot of international filmmakers are already adopting these procedures because, as you know already, some Hollywood filmmaking companies have already resumed production, and yeah, they are taking these things very, 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 very seriously. Yeah, so it's a good thing, but as Nollywood be, they never even pay actors well finish them. Talk for us to go they pay for isolation testing kits. Nah. It's a tough one really. It's a tough one really.
So in other words, you're saying right now that, Mike, if they call you for a movie role and in your script you're supposed to kiss, and this producer is saying, I cannot afford you people running any test, or because it's not on him. Test is supposed to be just call NCDC. I'm a movie producer and I need to run a production. The lockdown has been partially called off, so I'm working. Can you help me test my cast so that everybody is safe? And he says he won't do that. Are you going to go ahead with that script? Are you going to go ahead to pick that role that you know would endanger your life?
Okay, that's if the test kit is available or not available.
Whether it's available or not, the producer is saying, I'm not interested in testing anybody. If you're not going to act, no problem. Are you going to take the role?
Ha. Well, this is where the quality of the production comes to play. You know, this is where you consider a lot of things. The character, is this something that will challenge you? Now, this is where you put yourself first before material things, like how much is involved and all that. So my career would come first. If it's a good script and a challenging one, and I've seen the caliber of actors who are coming on board, you know, I mean, I ask myself, if these guys are willing to come on board, if they are willing to come on board, that means they're okay. Let us shoot the team. You understand? But wait now, calm down. Nobody hold it past. Wait, calm down. What I want to talk be say, if the character is gonna help you, your character and your person as an actor grow or blossom, you definitely want to consider doing it. Of course. I mean, so as you are there now, haven't you been to the market before? You want to tell me that everybody you meet in the market, they are all tested. So it's basically working on God's grace.
So you just take the risk.
I'll go ahead,
and damn the
but
consequence.
on certain sets or productions, if the script or the role is not challenging enough for me as an actor, and it's something I've been playing all this while, and I see it not adding anything to me, any value to me as an actor, and where I want to be, then I'll have to really, really put it under serious consideration as to whether to take it or not. That's where I'll start questioning myself. Yeah.
Okay. So I think your response is, if this production is a good one, a cinema movie that will take my career higher, I would be on it and I'll damn the consequences and take the risk, whether I kiss and I get coronavirus or not. Okay, so we got that. Okay. Now, I
Go
want to
ahead.
ask you a
Go
question.
ahead.
All right. A lot of dating goes on in the movie industry. Have you been caught in any web of it? Have you dated any of your fellow actors? You know, have you been in love with anyone? Have you dated? Have you had your fair share of the love triangle in the Nollywood
Hmm.
industry?
I've been caught.
Question: have you ever been in love with anybody in the industry?
I've I've been.
Are you
Yes,
there?
I am. I've been very very careful not to get myself involved or especially attached to any industry lady. Um, that's
Okay.
that's that's
Okay.
usually my number one priority is not to get emotionally attached with anybody within my field because personally I don't see myself getting married to an actor. All right, so I wouldn't start what I can't finish. So I try to guard. Huh?
Why? Can I ask you why? Why don't you want to
It's
marry an
pers-
actress? Why? What is
personal.
wrong with them? You must have that. Can you share this personal reason with us? Why? Are they not humans? Why wouldn't you marry an actor? Why? Tell us.
Okay. as an actor, I understand the challenges. You know, I understand everything that goes on in the industry, both the good and the bad. I can tolerate what goes on in the industry because it's me, myself, and I involved, right? But there are certain things I cannot tolerate for someone else that I'm supposed to be emotionally attached to. All right? What be it good or bad. But I just can't take it because of me, myself, and I. I understand myself perfectly very well. So I know what I can't take, some things I can't tolerate, and what I do.
Okay. Okay. So in other words, you're saying, okay, I get the clue. I'm not trying to put words into your mouth, but if a man says, I know what goes on, so I'm not going to marry someone in that industry. In other words, you're telling other men that a lot of shit goes on in here, so don't come in. Anyway, let's leave that. Uh, let's look at your career. All right. Where do you see Mike in the next 2 years? When people say 5 years, I say 5 years is always too long because I project myself on a yearly basis. That's how I project myself. Where do you see Mike Uchegbu in the next 2 years? What should we expect from you in the next 2 years from now?
The next 6 years, in the next 6 years, oh, 2 years.
2 years, 2 years. In the next 2 years, 2 years, 2 years.
Well, every actor's dream and ambition is to be known, to be really popular, not just locally, but globally, internationally as well. So with what's on ground right now and what I'm working on, the basic target is not even up to 2 years. In the next 1 year, I see myself featuring in Hollywood projects. Yeah.
Okay. So in the next 2 years, you want to be international. You want to be known almost. You want to be in very big production.
By next year, by God's special grace.
Do you have any dream? Do you have any dream director? A world-class director you've always wanted to work with? A director that you've dreamt of working with, that you crave to be on a set where he or she.
You mean locally?
Anyone, either Nigeria or outside the country.
Can I give you two?
I'm listening.
Locally, in terms of Nollywood, Izu Ojukwu is one of them. Yeah. Okay. I'd love to work with Izu Ojukwu. You know him now, obviously. He's a legendary director. He doesn't shoot there. He's not a small film person. He's a big project person. His job always goes. His job travels the world over. So, as an ambitious actor, you'd be aiming and gunning to work with someone like that because he knows his craft pretty well. Then internationally, I'd love to work with Martin Scorsese. Yeah, okay. Martin. For those who don't know Martin Scorsese directed The Aviator, Leonardo DiCaprio, and a bunch of Leonardo DiCaprio flicks. Is very, very keen on always wanting to use Leonardo DiCaprio. I think directors have this thing with actors all the time. There's this relationship. If you keenly observe the relationship between actors and directors, you'd understand that there are certain directors who love to use certain actors, and I've seen that relationship with Leonardo and Martin Scorsese. So Martin is a Hollywood director that I am so much